When it comes to money, people like go, oh man, how much is it going to cost? I'm like, well, it's a weird question to ask when you haven't even we don't even know what's going on with you. Like nobody does that with healthcare, but they do it with us because they think it's like massage. Well, how much does the massage cost? It's a weird question to ask when you know nothing about acupuncture. Like you don't even know how it works. And the first thing they're asking about is money. For me, it's not really about the money. It's like, I think the question more is in line with, what am I spending my money on? How is this gonna benefit me? I mean, you're just sticking some needles in me. What is this gonna do? To answer that question, like how much does this cost? Well, it's gonna cost some money. Everything does in America, everything does in the world. It's gonna cost you some money and time. You gotta put some effort into it. Is it gonna cost you as much money and as much time as if you wait till this becomes super serious and you have to go into the doctor, into the hospital and get surgery and remove things, and now your quality of life is down? And not only that, your insurance isn't going to cover all of it. It's usually 80-20 at the most, so you're going to have to pay 20% of that. If it's heart surgery, you're looking at minimum $25,000 out of pocket. The healthcare system does not want to let you know this, but the majority of all bankruptcies in the United States are from medical, secondary, small businesses. Most people don't know that. Go to the Chamber of Commerce and ask them. The money, yes, it will cost you some money. It will cost you $10,000 a week. Obviously, it's not going to cost you that much. If I see you drive up in a BMW, $1 million, it's obviously not going to cost that much. We don't know how much it's going to cost you. Right now, we have a running special for $87. Normally, it's $249 to see us. For us to sit down, spend 30 minutes of our time. We've spent more time than that. We want to make sure you're a good fit for the clinic. We also want to make sure that we can help you and we're not wasting your time and your money. Those things are super important to us because I've had people come in here, I look at their stuff and I'm like, you need to go to the hospital right now. You need to go to the emergency room. They had some key things that were pointed out and they really hadn't talked to anybody but us. You go to an MD's office, a standard Western hospital that does insurance, you're not going to get 30 minutes at a time. Not at the MD. You might get 5-10 minutes with the nurse practitioner. The MD's going to come in for like 2 or 3 minutes, assess your situation and leave. So we spend 30 minutes of our time. We only charge $87 for that. So worst case scenario, you get a good read on your health from somebody that's seen a lot of patients and helped a lot of people out with a lot of different things. I believe a lot of times when people ask that question, how much is it going to cost? Some people don't have money. That is true. Other people have money, but they want to know where they're spending it. Like, what am I getting for this value? A lot of people in America don't know what they're getting with this healthcare. When you take your car in to get the brakes changed, you know you're getting new brakes. You want to make sure the brakes are changed. So when you go to hit them, you stop and you don't hit the guy in front of you. What am I getting? I know my friend went, he has some shoulder pain and like his shoulder pain's gone, but I got a lot of other things. I don't have shoulder pain. I got all these other things. Does it help with back pain? Does it help with I got ringing in my ears. I don't know. Does it work with any of this stuff? And so I think that's the question. And then how effective is it? China uses it. It comes from China, but they're now doing Western medicine. So does it really work? It's a good, valid question. The answer is yes, it works. What we try to do is try and get people to understand, like pain is never going to leave us as human beings. We're always going to encounter pain. But when it affects us, whether it's internal disharmony, like our organs aren't working correctly, brain's not working correctly, emotions aren't stable, or we have excessive pain in our life that's preventing us from doing the things we want. So the things I want to do are slightly different from the things that you want to do. But for instance, for me, being able to play with my kids, provide for my kids, if I'm incapacitated and I can't do that, not only am I incapacitated, I'm also not feeling like I'm living. And so it becomes this philosophical dilemma. And I believe that's why people finally come into our clinic. They're asking the question, what's this going to cost? When they really should be saying, what is this worth to them? And that's really different for everybody. Everybody's got a different answer. Some people don't care about the money. I just want to make sure that this is something that's going to help them. So what we try and do when people come in is we try and answer every question you have to the best of our abilities. I do not try and flim-flam. I do not try and push an agenda. I give you the straight up facts. If I think you're really unhealthy, I'll let you know. If I think you're not really unhealthy, maybe you just got a few tweaks, I'll let you know. And that happens quite a bit actually, where I'm like, yeah, this person, I don't know, they look pretty old. They come in and like all their stuff looks good. Their tongue and pulse looks, I'm like, wow, you're pretty healthy. You're healthier than most 25-year-olds. I have 25-year-olds come in. I'm like, okay, this is going to be, I look at them like, holy crap, like they got a lot going on here. Those people are going to need more care. The people with less problems going on, they don't need as much care. My job is to assess that and be honest with you and let you know where you're going to be. This isn't what you're going to get for this money. You're going to get to here. If you respond correctly, if you respond in an average way, some people respond fast and some people respond slow. If you respond averagely, this is where you'll get. What is the cost of not pulling the trigger? Not spending money on yourself now? Well, time. And time is going to keep progressing. And whatever is happening in your life right now, if you're heading in a decline, you're going to keep heading in a decline. So it's not going to get better. Otherwise, you wouldn't be calling us. It would have gotten better. And there are things that do get better on their own. There are things where people's lives feel better and that they're not calling us. So the people calling us are the ones that are like, whoa, things aren't working out. I'm heading in the wrong direction. You wait 6 months, you wait another year. We get calls sometimes. Man, I should have called you 6 months ago. I feel personally I have to address this now in these videos because I feel like I'm doing a disservice. And I feel like, as one of my mentors said, I wish I had explained this better because these patients could have been healthier. We could have gotten them to live a more beautiful life. And that's really what we're doing here. It's like the coolest job ever because I get to help people maximize their existence. And we're not successful with everybody. I mean, we have a really good success rate, 80, 90% of some change happening. And the funny thing is, those people whose lives say they're not changing, we look at their numbers and the numbers are getting better. It just wasn't the right fit for them. That's okay. The main focus for patients that call in when they ask, how much does this cost is, what is it worth to you not to do something? And that's something you have to answer yourself.